All right, are we going? We are going. We are going. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Good morning, it is I, your host, Pogo Kiddo, with yet another episode, a new season of Redstone Lapis Lazuli. Oh boy. So with the new season comes a new world. Back to game. Oh, wait a minute. This one, Java. So, new season, new world. Oh shit. Ah! Never mind, it died. But I'll get back there, right? New season, new world. It's like literally a brand new world. I just made it like 15 minutes ago. And then paused it. Single player. New world. Brand new, brand new. So I literally have nothing. And also, just for your information, it's also a world with no mods. I don't have any mods on this thing. This is oh, I can't hear anything. Is this even on? I gotta turn it up. Okay. Yeah, no mods, no nothing. So in the beginning, like right now, I'm gonna be a little bit quiet. I'm not gonna be quiet. I'm just not gonna talk about stuff because I have to concentrate on not dying. Yeah, I mean, like, literally I have nothing. I don't have a base, I have nothing. This could be a base, but it's like the spawn chunk. Looking for free coal. Yeah, so, welcome to yet another episode, another new season. That's what this is a new season. So, this is season 9 of how long have I been doing this? I think since 2018. I started the show as a way of explaining to my cousin why Donald Trump is an existential threat to the United States. But he didn't believe me, and he kind of sabotaged me as I was trying to do my thing. So I had to ditch him, but the need to explain how Donald Trump is an existential threat, that still persists. That hasn't changed. So right now I'm getting wood, because that's the thing you have to do in the beginning. In the beginning, it was a beginning. In the beginning. So yeah, I'm not getting the best stuff here, but you know, what can I do? That's how it is. Yeah. So right now I'm getting wood because you need wood for almost everything. And I spawned way out there in the plains, which isn't bad being in the plains. It's actually a good thing that the plains are so nearby because that I'm worried about food in the beginning. In the beginning, I had no food. And just like the real world, everything comes back to the reproduction of the human. The first and most important thing that a human has to do is to reproduce themselves for the next day. And what that means depends on the context, but in the most basic sense, a human has to provide themselves food, water, and shelter in order to survive until the next day to do it again. So that undermines the foundation of human activity and relations. The way humans relate to the world and to each other is first to make sure that the human can reproduce themselves the next day. Because if you can't move forward through the dimension of time, then what's even the point? You have to persist. And so to do that, your first relation to the whole world is going to be based on the fact that you have to keep living. Everything else undergirdles. Everything else is undergirdled by that need. All of our relations, our relation to the environment depends on if we can like survive against it, because it's trying to kill us all the time. I wouldn't say it's trying to kill us. It's more like indifferent to our existence. Nature's indifferent to our existence. It would just as soon kill us off as anything else. Not because it's evil, because it's indifferent. All this other life is going on too, you know. It's not just humans. So, alright, I got some stuff. You know what? I don't want to kill any animals until I have like something more proper for that. More proper. In fact, I don't like having to like walk everywhere. I don't want to have to walk back from the spawn point. Like, in fact, why am I even here? Why don't I keep going? Ooh, an egg. I got a little bit of food. Let's keep going, dude. Let's go somewhere else. I saw some mountains way over there. Let's go check out the... Oh, ooh. Hey, look at that. A shipwreck. Sit back, sit right down, and you hear a tale of a fateful ship. So humans, before anything else, have to reproduce themselves. I'm just gonna chop my way in. You know, isn't there stone? I need stone, dude. You need, before you do this, you need to get cobblestone. And I came from caves. I saw some caves, but I didn't have anything to get cobblestone. I mean, I did, I think. It's on the other side. Where are my caves? You know, I can just dig into... Why don't I dig into this hill? This hill will be the start. Like, where? Where should I dig into the hill? Like, I don't have to live here. I'm just, like, surviving the first, like, couple hours. Couple days. Alright, if you go in far enough, I'll hit stone. There we go. There we go. And I do have a pickaxe. Oh, but it gets dark. That's right. That's right. I don't have any coal. I have that one piece of coal I found. Ah! Okay. This will do as a start, I guess. Because again, the first thing, just like in the real world in Minecraft, I have to make sure I don't die. And sun, I don't know where the sun is. Where's the sun? On the other side? That must be west. So I have to make sure I don't die. And that means I have to have like shelter, man. Like, without shelter, what am I gonna do? Let's make a bunch for now. Okay. Here, I need my book of stuff. There we go. So I don't have to like do everything. So a crafting table. And then we're gonna make... Oh, I need more sticks. Sure. So there, a pickaxe, a sword to defend ourselves, an axe, and a shovel, which is kind of worthless. But I'm gonna probably need another pickaxe because those break, and another sword. Oh no, never mind. Let's just do that. Damn it! See, it's already dark. It's dark. There's the moonrise. See, it's a good thing I took care of my stuff as fast as possible. I had no other time. You have no time. I need more cobblestone. Man, I can't see anything. I don't want to use my one piece of coal to make torches because I want to use it to make charcoal and have charcoal as torches. Let's see. Oh wait. Hide things I can't make. There we go. See, this is like a brand new. Brand new. Okay. Cook me up some charcoal here. There we go. And the charcoal will give rise give rise to more charcoal. And from there I can start to I can make light in here. Alright, make more sticks. And then use those sticks to make torches. And use those torches to light up the dark. Yay! Okay. And then I need a door. I'm afraid of zombies. Let's make a door. There. Pretty basic, right? But this is what it is in Minecraft. It's like the first thing you have to do in order to not die. And just like in Minecraft, that's the way humans work. Like, the first thing you have to do before anything else, before they do art, before they make culture, before any of that stuff, they have to make sure that they live long enough to like, do it again. So, that defines our relationships to the world and to each other. You know, that's like basic Marxism. Marxism. It's not even Marxism, that's just the way it is, dude. That's the way it is. Before you do anything else, you have to make sure that you survive long enough to see the next day. And all of history basically is a story about that. It's like, how do humans reproduce themselves to exist the next day? How do they do it? And it used to be, back in the day, that humans would it was hunter-gatherer society. They would basically subsist off the land. They would go around looking for berries and nuts, and roots and leaves and stuff like that. And some people would go out and kill animals, and then eat the meat of the animals to keep living. Just like, you know, in nature, just like the animals do, right? Animals do the same thing. Animals are hunter-gatherers too. They go out and either hunt other animals or they eat the food available in nature. That's it, right? And for millions upon millions of untold millions of years, that's the way it was. And the way that humans related to one another, 1, 2, 1, 2, so 1, 2, 3. So I can go one more this way. The way humans related to one another was basically like that, like. Like, we're trying to survive to the next day. We're gonna gather food, calories. That's your first energy source, is the calorie. We're gonna gather calories, materials from nature, and then using our guts, we're gonna transform those calories into. Oh shit! I might have wasted some. We're going to transform those calories into action for us to reproduce ourselves the next day. That's the way it was. Man, I'm running out of food. And I have no way of passing the night. So I'm just going to hang out here. Hang out here to the next day. I have one piece of raw salmon I can eat. So, but let's wait till this is done. In fact, why don't I make another one? Make another one. Oh, I have enough. Do I have enough to make a campfire? That's the way to do it. Campfire. Yeah, buddy. See, that's like a relatively new thing. The campfire. Let's put the campfire right over here. Campfire. Now I can cook this fish. Okay. I mean, the smoke is gonna kill me, but let's pretend the smoke is non-toxic. So yeah, that's how humans did it for millions of years. Eventually, some humans figured out like a hack. They figured out a way to game the system. Remember, the system is you get calories from either eating other animals or gathering it from the environment. And then you have to like protect yourself, from animals that would kill you to eat you. But then some humans figured out a hack. This hack was called agriculture. Agriculture gave humans a way of making calories without having to move around. They didn't have to go anywhere. They can make calories in one spot. And then the thing is that they can make so many calories that they had extra. Extra doesn't exist in the natural world. Like literally everything is used. If it can be, then it's used. So like, yeah, there's no extra. We're gonna wait till like it's not dark and then I can go out. They figured out that, oh, we can do this agriculture thing, but the problem is agriculture is really, really hard. It takes a lot of work to make agriculture happen. So some humans figured out, hey, if we capture some of all these other tribes are wandering around just eating off the land or killing animals. You know, what if but we're stuck in one spot because that's how agriculture is done, is that you can't move. So what if we captured some of those humans and made them do the agriculture for us? They would make more calories than they need to like sustain themselves. They could also sustain us, so we don't have to work on the fields and stuff. So that's how, in the beginning, that's how the new relationship appeared between humans. It used to be humans are humans, but then there came a kind of relationship called the master-slave relationship, where one group of humans captures another group of humans with violence. It has to be violence, and makes them the sunrise, and makes them do the agriculture, so that those other humans can keep on keeping on doing whatever they want. Get over here, spider. So it's only on normal right now because I'm not a masochist. Like I don't need hard mode yet. Like you use hard mode if you want to like get effective sheep. Mob farms, but I don't have a mob farm. 3 sheep, that's enough for a bed. If they drop their wool. Yes! Ha ha ha! And I've got food now. Ha ha ha. So it used to be humans walked around and just ate off the land. But then they figured out, hey, we can do slavery. And we can get other people to do stuff for us. So yeah. Then that transformed everything. Humans could specialize in tasks. Instead of just like gathering food, everyone gathering food or hunting. Now you can have some people act as soldiers and have other people create crafts, and other people like administer everyone else, quote quote administer. So master slavery, that's what started the The whole thing. Oh, that's a different way of making a tree. Oh, I wonder if they updated the trees. This is the latest version of Minecraft. The absolute latest version. So yeah, things are different. I'm using a texture pack for higher resolution textures. You know what? I need agriculture too. I too need agriculture. And humans did master slavery for a real long time. In fact, you can say that they never really stopped. But the problem with master slavery is that you have to deny the humanness of the other person in order to make it work. And by denying another group of humans their humanity, you strip yourself of your own humanity. Like it's a built-in contradiction. And so it's bound to fail. Because the humans stripped of their humanity don't like this arrangement. Because their humanity has been stripped from them. It's not a stable relationship for them. They don't want it. So eventually they're gonna resist and throw off the empire, the master. Eventually, which is inevitable, because the situation is not stable. Like it's gonna collapse eventually, because it's not stable, because you've denied people their humanity. Okay, now I can make a box to store things in for the moment. I'm running out of wood. What's that? A box. So yeah, the beginning of Minecraft, real slow. Look at this. Look at me with like nothing. A piece of string. Ooh. Bone. Ooh. Other stuff I can't use. Ooh. I can make a bed now, so I can skip the night. But I need... Yeah, I have enough planks. So I can sleep. Okay. And then I need food again. But I have the spiffy, handy dandy fire going. This campfire is totally useful. It used to burn a lot of coal just to get some food. Oh, I got bread. But it's not enough to heal that one piece of heart. Oh, yeah, it is. Hey, healing. In the beginning, it's so slow. Yeah, then they figured out feudalism. What's feudalism? Feudalism is that, all right, you can't deny the slave class, the low class, completely. You can't completely deny them their humanity. You know, like you're supposed, like, the ruling class is supposed to take care of them, quote quote, and make sure they live. Like, you can't just totally kill them off. You have to, like, make sure they survive the next day. I mean, it's your spiritual duty, because in the West, I don't know about, okay, I'm not talking about the rest of the I'm talking about in the West, not in the rest of the world, just the West. In the West, they had implanted upon them the idea of Christianity, and the authority was derived from the church, who had access to this new divinity stuff. And they said you have to treat the other humans as if they're human. You can't totally disregard their humanity. So yeah, feudalism. Anyways, it's a super long story. There, I got food. I'm not totally starving. What I need is iron. Any more cows to murder, like, nearby? Like, oh, there's one. There's one now. Ooh, coal. Hey, I found more coal. So coal, absolutely necessary in order to make torches, to see in the dark. Because when you go down underground, it's all dark. And I can't smelt any of the ore without coal. In the beginning, it's slow because you only get one coal per thing. You need to get an enchantment called Fortune in order to make mining more viable. Ooh, water down there. Mining is not viable at this time. Ooh. Alright. Alright, well, that's enough here. That's a bunch of coal. I can go... Let's go dig into the ground. Well, I don't see any more... Oh, free food. I just saw some. Let's get some free food. Let me make like a little tower here so I know where I'm at. I can always look back. Hey, I found more cows. More cows. Ow. To kill. Yeah, so I'm gonna gather food now while the sun's up. And then go hide in the dark from the night. The night is terrifying. What a horrible night to have a curse. It's getting dark. Okay. Hey, not bad, not bad. So they did master slave. They did feudalism for a really long time. But feudalism has its own contradictions. Like how do you deny spirituality? Like they gatekept. They was using gatekeeping in order to control spirituality. And they would murder people who tried to, like, deviate from it. So yeah, it's bad. So then humans figured out rationality, like how to use reason. And that's a big deal, because before it was all everyone in the West thought, oh yeah, things are the way they are because God decreed it to be that way. Don't even question it. You don't question it. Don't do anything. That's the way God wanted. As interpreted by the church. But humans figured out reason. Well, they figured it out in ancient Greek times, but it got lost, I guess. And then they rediscovered it, and they started doing science, neoscience. Science was a way of using your observations of the real world to make predictions and conclusions about the way the world works. And it's validated by the fact that anyone with any sense of reason could do it themselves. It wasn't something that only the priests could understand. It wasn't something only available to the elite. Anyone could do it. Anyone with reason could figure it out for themselves. So that was, then that started the quote Renaissance, where we had where the West had an an enlightenment. Basically, they started to explore beyond mere survival again, using science, reason, and of course philosophy, right? Because you can't have science without philosophy. Philosophy guides science. That's important. There is no science without philosophy. Philosophy. Alright, here, let's go down into the ground now. Down. Let's delve a bit. I'm gonna get a sword too. Okay, that should be enough for right now. Torches. Gonna need torches, man. Gonna need more than that. I don't want to use all my coal. Here, just use all your charcoal. That's a better idea. Ha 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 ha. Because charcoal doesn't stack. Okay. In the beginning, it was the beginning. In the beginning. Okay, let's get to digging. And so that's the beginning of the Enlightenment period, where humans used reason, and that's what the United States was born out of, the Enlightenment. The founding fathers were all about the Enlightenment period. The Enlightenment didn't necessarily need a God that was watching over everything intently. They felt God was an entity that was like a watchmaker. God started the whole process and then stepped back to see what would happen. The founding fathers were not religious. Not at all. In fact, the whole project of the United States was built upon the idea that humans are capable not only of reason, but of using that reason to govern themselves. And that was like a revolutionary idea, right? Like to create a government based on the idea of reason and not on the idea of divine intervention or have it be justified by God or whatever. You didn't need the Vatican. You didn't need a king. You didn't need lords or nobles to tell you what's going on. Humans are capable of figuring it out themselves. I mean, I'm not saying the founding fathers were perfect. Of course not. Of course not. Like, a lot of our problems today are stem from their limited vision. Like they felt like the people, they felt like, yeah, sure, people are capable of governing themselves, but not those poor people. They only meant the elite, the rich people. Um, so they created, when they created the American government, they created it in such a way that limited the power of the people, um, to avoid quote mob rule. Who's the mob? Us. We're the mob. So the democracy was tempered by certain institutions and mechanisms of the Constitution, like the Senate, for example. The Senate is a throwback to the aristocracy, to make sure the aristocracy maintained control. Am I hearing? You know what? I need to hear the monsters. In the beginning, it's kind of important. I can hear them. That tells me there's a cave. And caves have booty. As you can see here, it's kind of slow going, because I'm limited to stone tools. I'm in the Stone Age. So why is coal important? Because coal is a source of energy. Remember I was telling you that humans would get all their energy from calories? Well, then humans discovered agriculture, and then they discovered you could burn other humans. You can burn other humans and take their energy for yourself. But another source of energy that the animals didn't have, that humans did have, was the energy of carbon, fire. They figured out if you use fire, you can get energy out of the world, more energy than you can get if you like burn calories in your body. And they use that fire to transform the world. So yeah, coal is fire is like super important to humans. Anyways, founding fathers figured out that you can further the idea of enlightenment and create a government out of it. And that's where we are at today. Like, the United States is one of the first countries to throw off the king, the aristocracy, and create a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. So but there's always been a strain of American society that wants to go back to master-slave relations. Because, yeah, a lot of them, besides this lofty idea of enlightenment and all humans having the ability to reason, it was also quite limited. It wasn't extended. That idea wasn't extended to women and Africans. The slavery, which has always been in use, was used by the British to provide labor for their colonies. So the Brits sent a whole bunch of slaves, started with a whole bunch of slaves, and that's what the American colony started with, is with a bunch of slave labor from Africans, from enslaved Africans. And eventually, but you know, so that's a contradiction. How can humans have the ability to govern themselves and have reason if you deny it from some other humans? Like, if you deny people their humanity, what makes your humanity worth anything? So, yeah, it wasn't a perfect idea. And the United States fought a civil war in order to banish slavery. Fantastic, great, right? But it wasn't total. The idea of slavery wasn't totally snuffed out. That ruling class that relied upon slavery and the denial of human rights from other human beings, they weren't totally snuffed out. They weren't. It wasn't totally destroyed. That ideology. It's still pretty powerful in the United States even today. And so now we're coming upon another like that contradiction is coming to a head. And now we have a big group of people that want to do away with the project of enlightenment, get rid of the idea that humans are equal and capable of rational thought, and they want to go back to the master slavery, where some humans are more human than other humans, and then they want to go back to having a king again, because they feel that they're not capable of governing themselves. They need a king to tell them what to do. So that's manifested in Donald Trump. They want to make Donald Trump the king. And they want to deny human rights to other humans. So I mean, it's not like humans have evolved all that much since 1,000 years ago. At least not in terms of consciousness. A lot of humans have, but a lot of humans haven't. Like, and some humans cultivate that ignorance on purpose for their own power. What am I looking for? To make another pickaxe. See, early days of Minecraft, man. I don't have any coordinates either. I have to like F3 it. Where am I at? 27. Alright. I have a ways to go. I want to get down to Y level 8, because that's one level above the deep slate. And I still need cobblestone. Deep slate is worthless, man. You can't do anything with deep slate. You can't make tools out of it. You can't make redstone out of it. You can't use it for anything except for building. And like in the beginning, I'm in the Stone Age. I need all the cobblestone I can get. Plus, my tools won't break it. Stone tools are real slow. I think it break. If you can even break it at all. Zombie. In my head. Zombie. Oh. Yeah. So clearly Donald Trump is a fascist. Oh, iron! Finally, iron. Finally. How many years have I been looking for iron? It's like the third day or second day. I don't know what time it is now. I'm down pretty deep, but iron. That will start us on agriculture, because I can move water now. We can make a bucket of water. And if I find a lava source, how deep? 14, 13. I mean, there's a cave around here somewhere, if I'm so inclined. I thought I would run into one, honestly. Just run into it, dig into it, but I guess not. I have to go cave hunting. If you want the cave, you have to go look. Oh, there it is. See? Ha 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 ha. Voila. Oh, hey, check it out. That's funny. Right next to a zombie. Okay. I hear more zombies, but I don't know where from. Alright. Pardon me as I concentrate a bit. Gold! I can't dig it up. I need iron, not gold. There's some iron. Iron for tools. Dude, I don't want to get lost. That's a Y. Iron. Oh shit. Ooh, a bow and arrow. I can use that. These bats are different. They're new bats. Did I just go in a circle? Iron! Iron! I'm gonna get myself lost. Alright, that's the end. I'm gonna go back. So yeah, Donald Trump is a fascist. Like, yeah, we had a civil war, but that civil war didn't resolve everything. The slaveholders still want to come back. They're like, we want to come back to life again. So we gotta do it. Like, I don't know if we have to do it again. I hope not, because that would be a real bad thing if we had a civil war. I think it's better the way it's going now, which is that they're slowly like losing power. Slowly losing power. But they are for sure fascists. They tried to overthrow the government. the United States in 2021. And what's funny is that Trump supporters like don't even believe it. They don't believe it. They don't believe that Donald Trump tried to overthrow the government in 2021. Instead, they have all sorts of conspiracy theories. So that's the problem, is that a lot of Republicans, people, have like given up the ability to reason. They just lost it somewhere. The thing that's supposed to make the United States special, which, you know, the whole idea that, oh yeah, we used reason to govern ourselves, they have given it up. And then they say, yeah, we want a king to rule us instead. I had a conversation with a Trump supporter on Facebook. And I was saying how Donald Trump killed like 5 people on January 6th with his riot. And this Trump supporter demanded to know, demanded to like details on it so they could do research. So I gave them the names of the 5 people. And then this person went out and did research, and that person discovered actually 2 of the 5 people died for reasons not directly related to the insurrection. One person died because of a drug overdose, methamphetamines, and another person died because of a heart attack. I mean, that person wouldn't have had a heart attack if they didn't go to a fucking riot. And maybe that person wouldn't have overdosed on meth if they weren't in a giant attempt to overthrow the government. So like, but besides the point, right? Instead of it being 5 people that were killed on January 6th, it turned out to be only 3 people. And I guess that was enough for this person to see to like say, see, you can't trust it at all. And they decide that they're gonna go with Donald Trump. I'm like, dude, Donald Trump is like literally a criminal and a traitor and a rapist and like a felon and everything else. Why would you like? Oh shit, dude, that fucked me up. Why would you go with a guy like that? But you know, it's not ration. It's not reasonable. For them, discounting how many, like, lowering the number of people who died from 5 to 3 was enough to discredit the entire thing. Golden apple. Ooh, string. That's what I need. I don't need rotten flesh. I need string. And sure, I'll take your iron. Ooh, a bucket. That's also what I need. It's a bucket. A music display. I've heard this song so many times. So many times. I'll take your bones. Ooh, your string. Your wheat. Beetroot seeds. Sure, dude. I'll take your beetroot. So I gotta get rid of something here. Dirt. And then something else. Andesite. Ha ha ha. Actually, I want to take your box. Because I don't have any... I'll come back. Well, hey, that's not bad for a first spelunking attempt. I mean, there's more caves I can explore. And I can go deeper. Deeper. But let's start with this. This is pretty good. Not a bad haul. Wait, how do you get out of here? Oh, right there. You know what? Here, I need to mark it so I can... I know better. I know better. One way to mark it is with cobblestone. cobblestone will stick out. Look at this right here. It's ready to fall down. Collapse! Ooh, flint. Sure, I'll take flint for flint and tinder. So total cave in. That cave's gone now. Oh, look, it's back. Okay. That way, it's easy to see which way to go. I'll make this cave better later. Then I have to explore this way too. Like right now, hey. Oh, there's nothing in here. Ah, that's okay. I got a good haul for my first spelunking attempt here. You know what? What I should do is make stairs now. Make a whole bunch of stairs. There we go. Yes. Ooh, that's way too many stairs. I used all my cobblestone. Shit. Won't be making stairs now. I used all my cobblestone. Man, that sucks. I mean, not like it's rare. I'll just have to dig up more. Ta-da! I just wanted one stack. Oh well. Okay. Okay, I got some coal and iron. And I got a bucket. And string so I can make a fishing rod. Let's go fishing, eh? The sun is rising. Which way should I go fishing? At the river? Okay. Ow. Fishing at the river. Man, look at that water, super blue. Early game Minecraft, isn't it hilarious? Oh, this is too hard. I don't want to. I have to like sit here and concentrate on it. Looking for the bubbles, man. And they don't ever come. Oh, there they are. So, yeah, I can't be doing my thing talking like this because I'm paying too much attention to the freaking bobber. Yeah, Donald Trump is an existential threat to the United States. He represents all the bad things we should have defeated a long time ago, but somehow came back. Oh, it's blue. That's funny. And I have a few slides. Not many. But yeah, we're in the beginning. This is the beginning. This is modless Minecraft. Like, that's what's so funny. Is that this is what Minecraft looks like without any mods. And it's like not the best. You know, I have a bucket. I wanted to get water. What I need are 2 buckets of water so I can make an infinite source. Infinite water source. Okay, here. Let's just do it here. Get more water. Where's the nearest water? That's a big mountain over there. Agriculture is hard. Not anymore. Now we have all these machines to help us, but back in the day, it was really hard. Like, why would anyone want to stop, like, living with the animals and to do agriculture? I mean, I'm not saying that advancement isn't good, but still. There's this book, The Restaurant at the End of the Universe, by Douglas Adams. He has a story about that. Seeds. So all these seeds are going to become useful. We're going to make... Oh, first I'm going to use that bucket of water over here. Infinite water source. Ha ha ha. Minecraft hack. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm doing. I mean, I can get into like, oh, I need more cobblestone. Let's just make it right here. Cobblestone to make a hoe. Gotta make a hoe. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, make a hoe. Make a shovel too, because this is about to die. Alright, and then we do agriculture. Clear this land. Agriculture is hard work. Irrigation. Tilling the soil, preparing the land. The seeds. I thought this was only a temporary place. Yeah, well. I can go exploring later. Like, I'm not going to open this world up to other people, so it's not like I have to, let's see, what else can I make a fence post real quick. Damn. A fence post in the water. And then a torch on top. Ha 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 ha. It's the beginning. Farming, la 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 la. Let's take all this extra freaking... I made too many steps. Might as well decorate with it a little bit. Ta-da! The beginning of my farm. I've got the food I scraped off the land. I got a little mine going. I got some iron. I think that's pretty good. Okay, let's go out here. Just observe. What I should do is make a perimeter to like keep myself safe from monsters. Establish a perimeter. Okay, hey, nice. It's nighttime. I've got something of a perimeter set up. That should stop most of the monsters spawning on top of spawning on top of my head. Cow. Steak. You didn't wander far at all from the spawn. Nope. That looks pretty good. So yeah, the monsters spawn, but out there in the perimeter. Perimeter. What do I got for stuff going on? Oh, okay. So the Supreme Court is like pretty shitty, right? The Supreme Court is ruled by, right now it's held by conservatives, and they have given up all pretense of impartiality and justice. For example, the United States has like a pretty severe gun violence problem. We have mass shootings here all the time. And this doesn't happen in other countries, just in the United States. I mean, you might be able to pull out like a developing country that it happens in, but not in the developed countries. Except for the United States. And you got to say, well, why is this happening? And all the science points to the fact that the United States is awash in guns. It's super easy to get guns. The guns are incredibly lethal. And yeah, it's all around just a bad thing. I can sleep. Burn, skeleton, burn. He's like, I'm a smart skeleton. I'm gonna stay under the tree. He's like, this skeleton's got brains. I want your string, dude. Yeah. So, but for some reason, the United States has been unable to handle the guns. All these other countries have handled it, but not the United States. So you got to think, well, what makes it? What's the problem with the United States? Well, there's this particular group of people that always resists any kind of gun control. And you got to think, well, why would they do that? Why would they resist gun control? And the answer is simple. They resist gun control because gun violence is how they want to maintain control over society. It's a vestige of white supremacy. I mean, sure, there's liberal gun amosexuals. But for the most part, it's right wingers, and the right wingers are adjacent to white supremacy. In fact, on paper anyone can have access to a gun, but in actuality, only the white people are allowed to have guns and use guns. If you're not white and you have a gun, that's an excuse for the police to kill you. If you're not white and you kill someone with a gun, you get punished by the state. If you're white and you kill a person not favored by white supremacy, you will get away with it. Kyle Rittenhouse went to cross state lines and killed 3 people with his AR-15 and got away with it. Some white supremacist in Texas drove around looking for a Black Lives Matter protest that he could drive his car through, and as soon as people reacted, he killed a person with his AR-15. He was convicted of murder, but then the governor, who's a white supremacist, Greg Abbott, pardoned him, so he gets away with murder in the name of white supremacy. Michael Reynolds defended himself against a gang of white supremacists and killed one of them with a gun. And Donald Trump had him assassinated rather than allow him to go to trial. So the idea is that, sure, on paper we have the right to firearms, but in actuality, reality, it's only in service to white supremacy. You can only use guns in service to white supremacy. So that lets you know that guns are not like this universal thing. It's a tool of white supremacy. Dude, I had a lot of water right there. I had no idea. I didn't need to walk all the way over there. I could have did it here. It was right there. I mean, I had to go down steps, but still. I've got a ton of steps that I am not using. Let's go get them. In fact, I wonder if I can build a tunnel. A tunnel to this lake from inside. So I want to go to here. Sure. Where am I at? This is -3. -3. Go to -3. How far down? Well, here, let's just go down here. I think it's like, what, 64 is the level of water. So, yeah, every time one group of people makes an attempt to regulate guns, another group of people, the fascists, undo it. Find a way to undo it. Right now, the fascists control the Supreme Court, so so they're getting a lot of their favorite legislation passed. They banned abortion. They took away voting rights. They nullified the 14th Amendment of the Constitution. Ooh, coal. They've done all sorts of bad stuff. But lately, what they've done is they have blocked attempts to regulate firearms. Because the Supreme Court, remember, white supremacy is predicated upon violence. The violence afforded by firearms. Only white supremacists have unfettered access to firearms. Sure, a liberal guy can go down and buy one for themselves and stuff, but if they use it in a way that doesn't support white supremacy, they get destroyed by the state. So your right is illusionary. Your right to firearms is illusionary. It's not real, man. In actuality, firearms are only for white supremacists in order to maintain white supremacy. That's how it's used in practice. Maybe not on paper, but in practice, that's what's up. Did I go down too deep? 64 too far down? Maybe so. Let's keep going. I don't know. I should have checked the other coordinate. Other coordinates, like how far is this and how deep should I go? Let's see. Am I at -3? Oh yeah, I'm supposed to go to -3. Ha 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 ha, you didn't go far enough, dude. You're at 29. It's supposed to go to -3, homie. You're digging the wrong way. So, there was this court case. So, in 2017, assault rifles are banned, or not assault rifles, but fully automatic weapons are banned, because fully automatic weapons allow a person to fire multiple rounds very, very quickly and kill a lot of people real quickly. So, they were banned for the civilian use. Well, remember, white supremacists don't like that. So they devised a mechanism to bypass the ban on fully automatic weapons, so that they're able to still fire using this mechanism. They're able to fire. They modify the gun to be able to fire multiple rounds very, very quickly. And in 2017, a guy used this modified Three. There we go. 3. Made it to 3. A guy used a modified gun to murder a bunch of people. You know, the thing that we and then so we banned the thing that they used to modify the gun to make it a machine gun again. Well, the Supreme Court took it up, and along ideological lines, fascists versus non-fascists, the fascists reinstated the device which turns guns into fully automatic weapons in order to bypass the will of Congress. And of course, white supremacists are like, "Oh yeah, we love this change." But the only, you know, it's not like you have very good aim once you put on this weapon or this modification. Your aim is pretty crappy. Like, fully automatic aim is pretty shitty, no matter what. Because recoil is crazy. And in order to get the mechanism to work, you have to, like, not press the gun too firmly against you. You have to let the recoil of the gun reset the system so you can fire rapidly. So it's not useful for anything other than spraying a bunch of bullets into a large group as quick as possible with little aim. Like, that's how you do mass shootings of it's like expressly created to assist with mass shootings. But the Supreme Court legalized it, took away the power from Congress and legalized it. Congress is technically like the people, because that's how they're elected, and that's where they get their power. So this unelected group of magicians basically undid the will of the people in order to maintain white supremacy. Yeah, the Supreme Court is fucked up right now. Alright, I'm gonna get more coffee. Hold on a second. More coffee! Like, no one wants to watch me play the very, very, very beginning of Minecraft. I mean, maybe they do, I don't know. So you can see how big worlds start off as like tiny ass little things. But really, I'm thinking I should go somewhere else. This is just like a starter base. I think I will when I'm not like sitting here talking to someone, talking to no one. Now I have a safe place to fish. I'm a fisherman. Look at that easy food I'm getting. Easy food. All right, now I've got my secret fishing spot. We get more coal. More coal. What I need is enchanting. But to get an enchantment, you need a diamond pickaxe for obsidian, and then diamonds to make an enchanting table. The table's so enchanting. No, not like that. I'll use my steps. Easy peasy. I've got all these steps now. Oops. Aha. And it's nighttime. Let's skip the nighttime. Hold on. Alright. Let me go look into this stuff. So, this is the opinion delivered by the corrupt judge Clarence Thomas. He's part of the fascist group. Clarence Thomas is particular like bribed. There's a huge record of him receiving all these bribes from billionaires before the billionaires have cases before his court, and he always rules in favor of the billionaires because they bribe him. That's why. So, in this instance, the corrupt judge gave the majority opinion, and he said, Congress has long restricted access to machine guns, a category of firearm defined by the ability to shoot automatically more than one shot by a single function of the trigger. 26 USC 5845B. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Semi-automatic firearms, which require shooters to re-engage the trigger for every shot, are not machine guns. Well, yeah, right? Because you need a mechanism in order to re-engage it. So let's see. This case asks whether a bump stock, an accessory for a automatic rifle that allows the shooter to rapidly re-engage the trigger and therefore achieve a high rate of fire, converts the rifle into a machine gun. We hold that it does not, and therefore affirm. Why? Why not, dude? Basically, like, because it does the same thing. All you do is you engage the trigger once, and then the machine does the rest of the work. In the case of a machine gun, the thing that resets the gun so it can shoot again is the pressure of the bullet. Like by firing it, it pushes it back and into the refire position. That's performed by the bump stock. That function is performed by the bump stock. So it effectively turns the semi-automatic rifle into a machine gun. But the Supreme Court tortures words in order to come to its own preferred conclusion in favor of white supremacy, because guns are about white supremacy. So Sotomayor wrote the dissenting opinion. Right. This is not a hard case. All of the textual evidence points to the same interpretation. A bump stock equipped semi-automatic rifle is a machine gun because 1. With a single pull of a trigger, a shooter can 2. Fire continuous shots without any human input beyond maintaining forward pressure. The majority looks to the internal mechanism that initiates fire rather than the human act of the shooter's initial pull to hold that a single function of the trigger means a reset of the trigger mechanism. Its interpretation requires 6 diagrams and an animation to decipher the meaning of the statutory text. So then, shifting focus from the internal mechanism of the gun to the perspective of the shooter, the majority holds that the continuous forward pressure is too much human input for bump stock enabled continuous fire to be automatic. The majority's reading flies in the face of this court's standard tools of statutory interpretation. By casting aside the statute's ordinary meaning, both at the time of its enactment and today, the majority eviscerates Congress's regulation of machine guns and enables gun users and manufacturers to circumvent federal law. Let's see. When I see a bird that walks like a duck, swims like a duck, and quacks like a duck, I call that bird a duck. A bump stock equipped semi-automatic rifle fires automatically more than one shot without manual reloading by a single function of the trigger. Because I, like Congress, call that a machine gun, I respectfully dissent. Like, Congress basically, or not Congress, the corrupt members of the Supreme Court basically made up their own stuff in order to allow them to override the will of Congress and therefore the will of the people in order to maintain availability of machine guns to white supremacists. Why? So white supremacists can continue to engage in terror to maintain white supremacy. That's what this is about. Yes, I know there's liberal gun owners. I know this. But it's not being done for them. Liberal gun owners aren't given any leeway by the state the way that the state coddles white supremacist gun owners. Chicken. What I need to do is plant a bunch of trees near me so I don't have to walk over to the forest in order to get wood. Haha, wood. He said wood. Let's see. Okay. Ta-da! Eventually, they will grow. Supreme Court strikes down Trump-era ban on bump stocks, rapid-fire gun accessories used in 2017 Las Vegas massacre. Because, yeah. Bump stock legal history. Bump stocks are pieces of molded plastic. Let me just enlarge that a bit. Oh no, never mind. Bump stocks are pieces of molded plastic or metal that replaces the butt of a rifle and the handle closest to the trigger. The piece allows a portion of the gun to slide freely back and forth. The recoil from a shot causes the gun to bump between the shooter's shoulder and trigger finger, causing shots to be fired in quick succession. Rifles equipped with bump stocks can fire an estimated 400 to 800 bullets per minute, a rate approaching that of automatic weapons. Garland v. Cargill turned on whether bump stocks meet the definition of a machine gun under the 1986 law. Fed appeals court were divided in 5 earlier decisions before SCOTUS. Supreme Court. Cargill's case did not directly involve the Second Amendment, but was a test of the reach of a federal agency to enact and interpret regulations, a major crusade with the current Supreme Court. So that the current Supreme Court is saying that, wants to say that federal agencies cannot interpret law and make rules. Only the Congress can do that. Legal precedent says courts should defer to agency interpretations of ambiguous statutes if reasonable. So, remember, white supremacists are all about control. They want to control everything. I'm not saying anything new, dude. I guess not. But, they want to control women's bodies. They want to control everyone's bodies. Trans people, gay people. They just want to control people's bodies. They're slavers. At heart. And like I said, right? In the beginning, you need to have, in order to, your relation to the world depends on if you have food and shelter and water. Well, if you don't have, shelter is another way of saying security. You need to be able to be secure in your person. You can't have someone come along and murder you. That's unjust, right? Well, the whole idea of white supremacy takes away the idea of security. And says the only secure people are white supremacists. So how do you have a functioning society if you cannot guarantee security for everyone in it? Then what incentive do people have to maintain that society if they can't even be secure in it? Yeah, it's not just individuals. Individuals are part of society. A society. They're part of something bigger. And that bigger thing is real. Alright, well that's the beginning of my Minecraft world. What else do I got here? Real quick. States with the most gun laws still have a much higher child and teen firearm death rates than Canada. Canada has strict gun laws. So states with the most firearm law provisions and states with the least firearm law provisions. There's a big difference, right? Between states with gun laws and states without gun laws. States without gun laws have more gun deaths than states with gun laws. But even with states with gun laws, still has a higher rate of death than countries that have countrywide gun laws. So that tells you that even though liberal states are trying to control guns, they can't do it by themselves. They need the federal government to do it. Gun deaths, even in states with lower child and teen firearm mortality, rates are much higher than in comparable countries. So we have, at the end of lots of gun deaths, we have Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Montana, South Carolina, Missouri, right? All these are conservative, Confederate controlled states. Then you got New Mexico. Then you got Tennessee, Arkansas, Georgia, Kentucky, Kansas, Illinois, Ohio, Oklahoma, Virginia, Texas. Not until you get to Colorado does it start evening out. But man, all of those are basically the states that have the least amount of gun control have the most gun deaths. But even in states that have strict gun control, like New York, it's still way higher than countries that have enacted countrywide gun control. Japan, UK, Netherlands, Germany, Sweden, Belgium, Australia, Switzerland, France, Austria, Canada, they have very little gun death compared to us. So It's clear. It's the guns, dude. It's not some mental health thing. It's not family thing. It's not whatever. It's the guns. It's 100% the guns. Here's another way of looking at it. The United States compared to all these other countries. Like, we're out of control. Why? Because of white supremacy. White supremacy is the underlying cause of our problem. We can't regulate guns because of white supremacists. The problem is guns, and we can't regulate guns because of white supremacists. All right. Plain text of law. The term machine gun means any weapon which shoots, is designed to shoot, or can be readily restored to shoot. Readily restored to shoot. Any weapon which can be readily restored to shoot automatically more than one shot without manual reloading by a single function of the trigger. The term shall also include the frame or receiver of any such weapon, any part designed and intended solely and exclusively, or a combination of parts designed and intended for the use in converting a weapon into a machine gun. So that includes bump stocks, right? It's pretty clear what Congress passed, the law that Congress passed. But the Supreme Court, the conservatives, the white supremacists on the Supreme Court, like, ignored it in order to put the preferred policy in place. Real quick, huge important study here. This is Dr. Trevor Logan. Removing race from lung function tests, which were based on 19th century racist science, increases diagnosis of lung impairment 141% for black people and decreases 69% among white people. Too long, didn't read. Racist science has killed so many black people. So, in other words, if you were black, then you would not be diagnosed with impaired lung function. But if you were white, you would be diagnosed with impaired lung function. If you don't have the diagnosis, you're not going to get treatment. So that meant a whole bunch of black people who needed help didn't get the help because of racist science. You know, science isn't perfect, right? It's created by humans, and if the human is garbage, then the science you're going to get is garbage. And racism is garbage. Ow. Burn. Okay. The state of Israel paid for this advertisement to appear on Elon Musk's Twitter. They're basically saying the state of Israel paid money to tell everyone that all Palestinians are terrorists and that therefore they're justified in murdering as many Palestinian people as they want. Because Israel is a terrorist state. Like the white supremacists of in our country, the Zionists of Israel are ethno-nationalists. They believe in control of other people. And they want to steal people's land. And kill them. Alright. That'll do it for me, I guess. Next, the Supreme Court is doing Donald Trump a huge favor. They're taking the longest time possible. They're taking as much time possible to decide whether or not Donald Trump is king. Right now, Donald Trump is supposed to be on trial for overthrowing the government on January 6th. But Donald Trump made a claim saying, oh, you can't put me on trial. I'm king. I have unlimited power. Which is stupid, right? So all these judges said, what a stupid idea. No, you don't. But the case was taken up by the Supreme Court. Not because there was a question whether or not Donald Trump was king, but because they wanted to give Donald Trump as much time to delay. Remember, Donald Trump needs to... The only way Donald Trump stays out of prison is if he becomes president. If he can't become president, he's going to eventually run out of time, and he's going to go to prison. So that's why the Supreme Court is delaying. Damn, dude. is delaying so long to give Donald Trump as much time as possible so that he doesn't have to go to trial before the election. The election is his last chance to stay out of prison. And so he's trying to get all his fascist supporters to help him stay out of prison. And the Supreme Court is, you know, the white supremacist members of the Supreme Court are doing Donald Trump a solid by delaying his court case for as long as possible. Same thing in Florida. They're trying to delay the court case as long as possible in Florida. Same thing in Georgia. The Republicans in Georgia are filing frivolous lawsuits in order to delay the court case as long as possible. Because if Donald Trump doesn't win the presidency, he's going to prison. Not because Joe Biden is after him. No, because Donald Trump broke a bunch of fucking laws. That's why. Oh my god, look at all those zombies. Holy shit. So yeah. So Joe Biden needs to stop sending weapons to Israel, because Israel uses American weapons to kill innocent Palestinians, to steal their land. And Donald Trump is a fascist. I mean, like, I understand that his followers are brainwashed. They're not able to comprehend it. But you know better. Okay, I think that will do it for me. It's the beginning of this Minecraft world. it's so humble. Alright, until next time, America. We're going to find out next week, hopefully next week, whether or not Donald Trump is king, according to the Supreme Court. And you know the Supreme Court is fucked in the head, because look at the way they tortured language in order to legalize machine guns again. So anyways, until next time, peace. Pogo Kiddo out. Stop.